Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for coming here tonight with us. And I'm so excited that these three women are here to share with you how they have fallen in love with social selling and with Plexus. And I'm just going to jump right into it. Our first speaker, our friend that's going to share, is Erin. Erin is a boy mom, and she is I'm going to say retired nurse. But I don't know if you call yourself retired or not. But Erin, share a little bit of your story with us.
Okay, guys. So I started Plexus about 4.5-ish years ago. And I got started because I was a mama who was falling asleep on the couch after work. I worked night shift. I had 2 small kiddos and was living on Diet Coke and M&Ms, and it was not good. And I did not have energy to exercise. I did not, and I just thought it was new mom, night shift nurse, tired. And I had a friend who had been taking the products, and she posted a picture one day, and I was like, fine. You have a million kids and you look amazing, and I'm going to need what you're taking. So I got started mostly because I just needed something to help me lose baby weight, since my baby was, almost a year old or so, maybe a little older than a year. So that's what got me started. I wasn't a sickly person, but I was a very tired person. And so very quickly, I didn't like the taste of my Diet Coke anymore. Shortly after that, I couldn't even finish a cupcake at my sister-in-law's birthday party, and Mama does not share her sweets. So I knew something was going on. People started noticing, telling me I looked like I lost weight. But what it was inches. The scale wasn't moving, but my clothes were smaller, and I wasn't falling asleep at work, and I wasn't having to sneak to the break room to take a 10-minute nap on my 12-hour shift. I wasn't eating everything in the break room. It just changed naturally the way that I was eating and drinking and exercising without me feeling like I was torturing myself. And that is what made me stay. It just naturally helped my body do what it was supposed to do anyway. And so I slowly started sharing. My friend told me, wanted to help me get my products covered because I didn't want to have to pay out of pocket every month for them. I wanted to keep taking them. Did not at all expect to ever be able to cover them completely. I was excited when I covered a bottle or two of products. I was a slow starter, a slow share. And once I was able to cover my products just a couple of months in, I thought, well, shoot, I could probably earn a little bit more and pay for tuition for my son's private school. And so my goal got a little bit bigger, and I shared with a couple of more people. And by share, I literally just said, hey, like when people were complaining about stuff, I said, hey, I'm using this stuff and I've heard it can help with that. And it was as simple as that. And people gave it a try, and lots of people stuck around. Some people, in sharing, not everybody likes the restaurant you want to go to. Not everybody uses the products, consistently and sees the results that they want if you're not consistent. So people come and go, but the people who stick around see results just like me and just like the other ladies you're going to hear from. And over time, not only did, in the first year of sharing Plexus, I was able to cover my private school tuition for my oldest child, and part of preschool for my younger one. And then shortly thereafter, I was able to cover all the tuition. And then within 2.5, 2 years ago, I was able to retire from nursing altogether and have completely replaced my night shift nursing income. And that has been steady and growing since I've retired, and I have been able to stay home with my kiddos. And I know that that's not what everybody wants, but it's what my mama heart always wanted. And so that means that we are able to travel more. I was able to pay in cash up front for a Disney trip for our family one Christmas. And so it's just afforded us our lifestyle. I'm not rushing in and out of the house for work. I'm not having to nap all day. I just got home from flag football. I remember missing all kinds of events when I was working nights, whether to get ready for night shift or recovering from night shift. So it's just afforded us a completely different lifestyle. And it's not something I ever saw coming. It's not something you hear people say all the time, sales. I was not in sales. I was a nurse. I don't feel like I'm selling anything to somebody that they don't need, because everybody needs good health. And so it's easy to say, hey, I have this stuff. Do you want to try it? And so that's what I have found with Plexus, was a business I didn't know I needed, a community of women that have changed my life and my outlook and my goals. And so it has been a game changer for me in simple steps, every step of all along the way. So that's kind of my story. Lisa is going to share next her story. She's also a nurse and a mama. And so she'll tell you how Plexus is helping her.
Thanks, Erin. I so can just piggyback off of most of what you shared. As Erin said, I'm also a nurse, and I have done night shift nursing as well, and it is a stinker. It is rough. If you're not working night shift, then you are trying to recover from night shift. It's real rough. So I totally can empathize with her struggles there. It's not for everybody. I tell you, night shift is not for the faint of heart. So I'm a mom for 2 kids and a wife. I live here in Montgomery, and been here for about 15 years. And I'm an OBGYN nursing now. I've done a lot of different kinds of nursing, and been a nurse for 20 years. And so one of the things that I'm always sharing is just how crazy that so many people are on prescription meds and just getting a Band-Aid for their diagnosis and not trying to get to the root of the problem. So when I was going through nursing school, and then after becoming a nurse, no matter where I worked and who I was working for, my colleagues, my coworkers, anytime that I would have an issue or a symptom of something, they would say, well, go get tested for this, that, or the other, or have this surgery, or do this, and find out what it is. Then we can diagnose you, then we can treat you. And not one time in all those years did anybody ever say, let's get to the root of your problems. And my problems were IBS and headaches, and I couldn't sleep well at night. It was hard for me to stay asleep, but I was so tired during the day. I would go to my car and take a nap in my car on my lunch break. Just read, I've been in the office work for 12 years. And so, you get like 30 minutes to an hour break, which is crazy. Awesome. And so I'd go and take a nap in my car for lunch, which is nuts. I had gluten and lactose intolerance, had chronic sinus surgeries. And so for my gut health issues and for my chronic sinus infections, I'm taking all these prescriptions, all these meds, and seeing all these doctors. I even had surgery for all that. 2 sinus surgeries, 2 upper GIs, a flexible sigmoidoscopy, a colonoscopy, and all it ended up doing was just give me more prescriptions because they were able to diagnose it. Well, you have this, so now let's give you a prescription. So I kind of got to the point where I was like, this cannot be as good as it gets. There has to be more quality to this life, and not just kind of succumb to, well, this is just what I have. This is just maybe part of my family history. So-and-so in my family has this, so I have this, and just kind of waving that white flag to it. And I really feel like that was a God moment when he just kind of nudged me, and he was like, there's more than what you're doing. There's better quality of life than what you're doing. And so I gave it a shot because I had tried everything else and all these surgeries, all these prescriptions and all these supplements and oils and all kinds of stuff. And so finally I was thinking, well, you know what, let's just give this a try. Why not? Because I'm doing all these other things. So what's one more thing? So I'm so glad that I did, because it's made all the difference for me and my family. My husband hasn't had a migraine in over 4 years, and my kids don't have allergies anymore. They were taking allergy medication all the time, and they're so well and healthy, and they're happy, and they just thrive. And if nothing else, I'm so thankful that I've been able to be a part of that. One of the many reasons why I couldn't not share this, not only this opportunity, but just like Erin said, it's so easy just being a nurse to be able to just say, I care about you and I care about your health. And so this is just something that it's just kind of like I am and wanting to help someone. But one of the reasons that I wanted to continue to do this, and it has supplemented, I actually make more with Plexus than I do with nursing. I've actually been able to go to part-time with nursing, and I really stay just because I love what I do. And so that's why I stay doing this part-time, but I wouldn't have been able to go part-time if I didn't have Plexus. And so just like Erin was saying, it has been able to help me so much to be able to provide for my family and take that financial burden off my husband, who had 3 jobs at the time when I found Plexus. And so I've been able to take that burden off of him. And I wouldn't have been able to put both my kids are in a Christian school. Thank goodness we were able to get them out of the public school system that we're in. So I'm so thankful for that. And there's 100% no way I could have been able to do that without Plexus. Even on my nursing salary, I couldn't have done it. My daughter just got braces. My son just finished getting braces. So he got his off, and my daughter now has hers, and there's no way I would have been able to afford that either without Plexus. They're both in sports. That's really expensive doing sports. And so just so thankful that he gives them things like that. But one of the things that makes this so much different, I have actually done network marketing before, a makeup company. And one of the things that whenever my sweet friend Lindsay was saying, well, you should share. And I was like, I'm not sharing. I'm not selling this stuff. I'm a nurse. I got my degree. I was just a snob about it. I was like, I'm not sharing. But one of the things that kind of turned me off to network marketing was because the makeup company that I was working in college was a makeup company, and you had to buy the inventory, and you had to deal with the transactions. They give you the money, or they mail you the check, and then you give them the products, and if you don't have the products on hand, you had to order, and then you had to deliver it to them. It was crazy, you guys. And so the fact that I'm actually getting paid in real money, and I'm able to help people, just give them my website, and they're able to order whenever they want. The corporate, takes care of all the money transactions. I don't have to deal with that headache. And then the products get shipped directly to them. It's such a no-brainer. And so, and the community that we have here is such a sweet community. It's unlike anything that I've ever been in. Just a sweet group of women and men. And we're so thankful that my family and I were so thankful that we have had this opportunity to walk alongside these, I say women, but men too, women and men, to be able to walk alongside them, because we all have a common goal. And the common goal is to help others and to share light and hope and happiness. And so we do that whenever we help other people feel better and get to the root of their problems, and they can have a better quality of life. Wouldn't that just be a joyful thing? So it's really a pleasure and an honor to be able to do this. And we all love each other's success. We love it when our fellow sisters and brothers in Plexus are successful. And so it's great to have people that are right there beside you, having your back, or right there beside you, to help you be successful. And so it's just unlike anything I've been a part of. And so it's just a joy to be able to do that. So that is a little about me. And so I wanted to pass it over to sweet Brittany. And she and her husband are actually they own a company. And so they're business owners, and she's also a huge fitness guru. So if you ever see her doing a how-to video on fitness, or she ever gives fitness tips or health tips, listen up, because she knows what she's talking about. She's also a mom to 3 girls. And so she's going to share a little bit about her story.
Thank you, Lisa. Hey, you guys. Yes, my name is Brittany. I am originally from Atlanta, Georgia. I know we have a lot of Alabama folks on this call, but you might not be from Alabama. So originally from Atlanta, have been in Birmingham now, maybe 8 years, 9 years. I can't even keep track anymore, but I love it. I'm married almost 11 years, 3 daughters, like Lisa said. They are 9, 7, and 5. And huge into fitness. That is kind of my original passion. But I love hearing the stories tonight, because while we are so similar, our stories are so different also. And my favorite thing right now is like looking at each of you here, and you don't see us like, I just got out of the shower, did my hair. I'm straight up, been in a hat all day. This is what I wear all day, is workout clothes. I need to be ready to work out at like any minute, just because of my schedule. So I love that Lisa's in a robe. It looked like Erin just got out of the shower. So that's us. We are real people, and it's comfortable. But where my story starts is about 5 years ago, I had just had my 3rd baby, and I wanted to lose the baby weight and kind of get me back. I had gained a lot of weight. I had been pregnant at some point for 5 years straight. And I just knew that I needed to do something. So I decided to get back into fitness. A friend of mine was doing a workout program, and I was like, I'm doing that as soon as I get the clearance from my doctor after this baby. And so I did that, and I did it for about a year, maybe a year and a half. I lost the weight. And so this is where my story is a little bit different. I did not go looking for Plexus. I thought I was healthy. I was eating right. I was working out basically every day. And I just thought I was good, but I was so wrong. So a friend's sister that I did not know actually turned me on to Plexus. I decided to try the products mainly for 2 things that she said to me. One, do you still struggle with energy? Which I did. As a mom of 3, and a new mom to 3 at the time, I was ready to go to bed as soon as they went to bed. I was not productive in the evenings. It was just still a struggle. And then I also had this bloating that was going on. I felt like I was still 2 months pregnant after a year of having the baby. So just some other little health things that I didn't even realize was going on until I started the products. So long story short, I was already with another network marketing company. So I had no intentions of sharing the business or working the business at all until about a month and a half in. And I had joined right before Thanksgiving, and we had gone to the beach. I came home and realized that I didn't have to like step on the scale and like make sure I subtracted 10 pounds like I normally do, because I love food and I love all the things. And I thought, you know what? I think this stuff works. And I had some struggles with some detox at the beginning. I've always struggled with acne my entire life, cystic acne to be exact. And so I decided to share with those closest to me. I was scared to death, let me tell you, first of all. But once I made that first post and started sharing with my family, I was like, okay, I can do this. People actually need this. And when you are serving someone who needs something, it's a different ballgame. So I started doing that. I got my first paycheck with Plexus, which was more than I had ever made as a fitness coach, and thought, okay, I'm in the wrong business. And I say that because there are people who want to work out and there are people who do not. There are people who want to feel better regardless. Okay. So I knew that my goal into helping other moms feel better was not changing, just my path was changing. So that's why I chose to share Plexus. I also realized that if I stayed on the path that I was on, that I might be able to replace my income in corporate America and stay home with my baby. She was my last. And I worked for a large medical transcription company doing HIPAA compliance and data integrity. I worked from home, but it was still very stressful. When my kids got home, I was still working, so I was unable to, tend to their needs. It was just very, very stressful. So 8 months in, I was able to replace my income, leave corporate America, and I saw an amazing post today, you guys, that just kind of was very perfect for this call, because it said, you don't have to, your side hustle doesn't have to replace your 9 to 5, but your side hustle could be there if your 9 to 5 replaces you. And I was like, yes. And I say that because 1 month after I resigned from my job, my entire department was let go. And I just was like, dear Jesus, thank you so much, because he knew that had I not had this in my back pocket, I would have lost my mind. We needed my income. My husband made great money, but we still thrived and needed my income as well. So the fact that I had this replacement in my pocket, that we were going to be okay. So it was just that huge God wink. And so that's why I love network marketing. From there, I stayed home with my daughter for a full year. She ended up going to school. My husband decided to leave his job in corporate America, and we started our own business together, like Lisa said. And so I'm the type of person that I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to be able to have flexibility with my children, but being a stay-at-home mom wasn't necessarily my thing. So being able to work with my husband, make an income there, but also have that's just my passion on the side. Like Erin said, she was able to pay for a Disney vacation with cash. We are going to Disney World next week, paid for by my last Plexus paycheck. So all of my Plexus money now that I earn goes straight into our savings, or the things that we want to do as a family, that we don't have to worry about. So long story short, that's my story. And you don't have to have a story to share Plexus. You don't have to have a weight loss story. You just have to have a passion to help others. So that's me. I'll hand it back over to Julia.
Thank you so much, Brittany. I'm looking for myself. Oh, I see myself. Thank you so much. I love hearing y'all's stories. And I love how you said, like, even though there's so much in common, everybody's story is different. And that's one reason I love Plexus is it's not a cookie cutter system. You don't have to be, I have stay-at-home mom friends that are at the top of the company. I have friends who still choose to work jobs that they love at the top of the company. I love to say I have friends who had never even had social media. They didn't even have a Facebook account and started one just so they could work this business. And then I have some who were influencers with thousands of followers before. So no matter where you find yourself, I hope that you took a nugget tonight from someone. If you have any questions, please get back with that person that invited you. And we hope to help you build your own story in the next month or two, because we have about 60, probably less than 60 days, I guess. So 2 months left of the year. And it's going to be a really exciting time here in Plexus. So I'm super excited. So thank y'all all for coming, and God bless. Bye, y'all.